William Miller, a Baptist from upstate New York, had a sudden revelation one day while studying the Bible. He interpreted a prophecy that after a 2,300-year period, Jesus would come to earth for the second time.
I predict March 21st, 1843, at latest March 21st, 1844.
His prediction attracted a large group of followers who were very excited for the coming to pass of his prophecy.
Well, I'll tell you what, I sure am excited for this here second coming of Jesus Christ, I think his name is.
As time went on, some began to be disappointed that the second coming had not yet occurred.
My disappointment is great.
But William Miller, the absolute legend, only became more sure of his predictions.
We have passed what the world calls the last run of 1843. Does your heart begin to quail? Or are you waiting for your blessed hope in the glorious appearing of Jesus Christ? Let me say to you in the language of the blessed book of God, although it tarry, wait for it. It will surely come, it will not tarry. Never has my faith been stronger than in this very moment.
This really is a great disappointment that there was no second coming.
I will say, I was quite disappointed. In fact, you might say it was immeasurable, and my entire life and future has been ruined.
I still think he'll show up. He's running late. We'll recalculate.
Don't worry. He'll be back in 1844, 1845, and maybe 2018.
Mate Lorenzo Dow, Methodist preacher considered one of the best of his time, delivering sermons across young America. His sermons were often hysterical, shouting and ranting at his audience in a desperate attempt to appeal to their soul.
In the Bible, it was written that Jesus Christ came down to help you repent for your sins. You can repent. You can renew your life. You can become good with God.
His disheveled appearance sometimes made audiences wary, but most audiences were amiable, if not in adoration of the man before them, who seemed to speak so clearly the word of the Lord.
But remember, you must rid yourself of sin. You must rid yourself of greed, of avarice. You must rid yourself of gluttony. You must rid yourself of wrathful tendencies, of wrathful yearnings. You must rid yourself of lust for women, for money, for anything, for life. Lust for life. You don't need life. Life is just a pathway to heaven. Life is just a pathway to the graces of God, and you must not allow yourself to fall to sin in your life.
But not all of his sermons were so well appreciated.
Let me read you an excerpt from the Holy Bible. Luke 5, verse 32. Jesus Christ says, "I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance." And believe me, there are many sinners here today. Because slavery is a sin. Slavery is a crime against God. What's wrong with you? You fight me. You have the devil in your hand. You can't. You claim to love God, but you love nothing. You love nothing and no one. For you are blind. You are blind.
As I'm sure you can hear, tears were a common occurrence at his meetings. Charles Finney, the acclaimed evangelist, called this area the burned over district for a reason. The wave of fiery religious fervor that is sweeping through is unprecedented. We must all join together in fulfilling his vision of Christian perfection, a perfect personal and societal union with God.
What are you looking for?
Looking for the Angel Maroni. It's golden plates.
Hey, come on down. Life's perfect where we are. There's beautiful woods, beautiful trees. The trees are wood. It's beautiful here. Everyone loves each other. Everyone does their part. It's a great time. Sex is a meaningless act. It starts in the spirit, and then people progress towards desires of the flesh, and it always, without fail, it ends in disgust and disappointment in both parties. They hide themselves away afterwards, after the act, ashamed, and think, wow, why did I do that? We spend one day of the week building my house, and then we might go build George's house. Someone's over there digging the foundations for a new house. Top of this 3,000.